What is happening, guys? So we got another episode of Fleet Friday. This week we are looking at the SCSO's Taurus, but this is not just any Taurus. This is the ghost one. I don't know if you guys seen a lot of them, but if you notice, this vehicle's the logo is kind of hidden. It's known as the ghost decal. So this decal is like kind of well hidden, and this vehicle's primary purpose is traffic enforcement. I believe that's kind of the purpose, right? Still, like it focuses on like traffic enforcement. Perfect. Yeah. So the priority of this is traffic enforcement, making sure people are doing it right. They're following they're following the laws. Now, if some people pointed out, yeah, this has the ram bar and everything, you can tell it's a cop when you get close to it. But the whole idea of it is it's kind of like standing on the side. When you're this far from it, it looks like a regular, unless like you're staring at it and you're like looking at it for a minute, it looks like a regular Explorer. I mean, a regular Taurus, until you start noticing these like little tiny little things and the spotlights. These little tiny things, by the way, are the LPRs. So because this is a traffic unit, it has the LPR. This is the only SCSO is the only department that does have LPRs. They're not actually functional, they're just there for show, but this is kind of the LPR. So the people that don't know what LPRs are or don't live in the United States, LPRs are license plate readers. These little computers in real life kind of like can look at a plate and in seconds find out who owns it and everything like that. Tells the officer if it's stolen, or the tags are expired or anything of that nature. And it's super fast. It can run like so many plays at the same time. But in this game, in this case, it's actually just there for show. So here's a tour. This picture right here. This is what you see when you're sitting inside there in the driver's seat. This is kind of like the controls that you have. So the first thing first, this is level 1 ELS. So this is when you have your level 1 ELS. When you have your level 1 ELS, your the bottom ram bar lights are on. They're always steady burning. And then now you have your dashboard light now blinking red, blue, and that's about it in the front. Nothing. No, there's something on the side. This is also blinking blue. This is a theme I've noticed with SCSO. They have blues tend to stick on the left side and red tends to stick on the right side. So this keeps that that style going with the red on one side and blue on one side consistently. And then now you have the back side. So in level 1, you have these that are always steady burning to orange, and then red, blue kind of blinking sideways. And as always, the blue's always on the left side. I mean, the blue's always on the right side, and the left side is always on the red side. So left red, right blue, as you can see. And that's for level 1, and this is level 2 right here. So level 2 now, this bottom one stopped steady burning. Now the top bar is kind of blinking red, blue. So the theme kind of is going right now where the left stuff is always blue and the right stuff is always red. So left is always blue, right side is now red, and the top push bars are now finally on. Bottom ones are no longer working, but every other light is working except for the middle two right here. Same thing still, this one is still blinking blue, as you can see. And the back side now, it's going to be, the pattern is a bit different. It's blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, and then they start blue, red, blue. So it'll just keep mixing up like that. And that's kind of the thing that's still going on both sides, and this side is still red. And then here is level 3. This is that kind of you would consider the Christmas light. So now, you know how this was blinking red and blue? Now this kind of deactivates and now starts blinking white lights. And the bottom ones are now blinking red, blue. As the theme is still going on, left side is always blue and right side is always red. But now the middle ones are blinking white now, unlike before. So now you have white lights that are involved in the whole the lights, and the left side is always blue and the right side is always blue. Now I don't understand why they can't stick with. I don't know. They'll just trigger some people. I know that for a fact. But now, kind of on level 3, it always triggers me where instead of sticking with the theme of the left side being red and the right side being blue, now all of a sudden the right side is red and the left side is blue all of a sudden. I don't understand why level 3 has to change only these two lights, and these two lights are the only ones that are breaking that theme that's going on. So I guess, I don't know, maybe the devs were trying to troll somebody, but those switch always on level 3. I've noticed that with SCSO vehicles. Backlight now, you start having orange, red, blue all over the place. So orange is always going to be the ones at the end, and red and blue the ones in the middle. Same thing right here, down here. And then you have these same thing that's going on. So it's going to be like red, red, blue, blue, red, red, blue, blue, and same thing. It's just consistency that way. And that's pretty much the lights that you would see with these with the ghost vehicle. The next up is gonna be the spotlight. So this is the spotlight. Something I've noticed with SCSO is they have two spotlights always, unlike us in DHS, where we only have one spotlight. They have two spotlights. So they have the one on the left and they have the one on the right. They utilize those and they get pretty bright. Usually used for traffic stops and stuff like that. So that's the spotlight. Next up is going to be the takedown. So these are the takedowns. The ones in the middle are going to be the takedowns, as you can see right here. They're pretty bright. They get pretty far. As you know, we're using V2 is actually using the new lighting system, the new ROBLOX lighting system with all shadow and everything. So it gets a good amount of space when it's turned on. And then next to the takedowns is the full floodlight. So the floodlight now, the whole entire bar becomes the takedown. The basically the floodlight. It basically overrides the ELS. So if you have ELS on, the top bars ELS will always be off. Now you have them full time being the floodlight, but you have these bottom ones that are still blinking your regular usual ELS. So it overrides it. But every other light as usual is going to be blinking like it was before, with no changes in sight. So, and it covers a good amount of distance, so you could see exactly everybody that's in front of you. As you can see, I'm in front of the vehicle, and yeah, if you could come cuff me, that would be nice. I'm stuck. Oh, never mind, I'm unstuck now. So that's pretty much the light aspect. Next up, we're gonna see I know the other vehicles like the unmarked CV and the beast. I call it the beast, but basically the Bearcat. They didn't have left alley and right alley. Does this vehicle have left alley and right alley? Nope. So left alley and right alley here again. Devs are recycling the GUIs. So this vehicle does not have left alley and right alley, but as you can see in the screenshot that I've shown you guys, it shows that you do have the left alley and right alley. So now we're gonna go down to the traffic visors. So ELS is on. Left traffic visor, when you turn it on, this is what you see. It deactivates the top the same way the front deactivates the ELS for the takedowns and also the full floodlight. The back side deactivates the ELS for the traffic visor, so the top will always be the traffic visor. They have priority. So if you have your ELS on and then you turn on the traffic visor, it deactivates the ELS. That's the left, and then here's the right. This is the right traffic visor, and then here's the split, like when they split, like when it's telling you to go to both directions. And that's pretty much it for the traffic lights. Next up is gonna be the siren. So here's the manual siren. This is regular manual. Pretty much you just hold it there to let somebody know if you're about to pull them over, or like hey, or like you're trying to get them to pay attention to you, or you're trying to tell them hey, move out of the way or something like that. You can use that manual Next up to the manual is the whale down. This is the whale down. Whale down is consistent with all the other squad marked units. Keep in mind the other units, the other marked units that SCSO has. This is the same sirens as those vehicles, so there's nothing special about these. Next up is going to be the whale. This is the regular whale. I'm pretty sure you guys have all heard that specific whale tone. That's the whale that SCSO does utilize. Next up is gonna be the priority. This is the priority. Now, as you guys have heard, you can mix up the priority and whale, like I've taught you guys, or you can mix up the Yelp and priority. So, as you can see, so priority and Yelp is going on right now. And then this is Yelp by itself. So this is what happens when you have Yelp by itself. So this is Yelp right here. And that's pretty much it for this vehicle. That's the only thing that makes it different. It's so hard if you're far away from it. It's so hard to figure out. Like if you turn off all the ELS, and you like look at it from here, and it's doing traffic stop. At first, it looks like a black. It looks like a regular black unit. That's just a black car that's just standing there with no issues. Like you can't even tell, as you can see right there. You see that? I can barely even tell that this is an actual SCSO SWAT car. Now, as you get closer, you'll start noticing the badge number. But from this angle, when everything is not fully detailed, you can see it looks like a regular Taurus from afar, and that's the purpose of it. That's what it's supposed to do, is to basically get people to start paying attention. Even the front, I believe, if you like get a good distance from it, you might not notice. I mean, you might notice. Oops, I went inside the garage. You might notice the push bar. Actually, even the push bar is blended in very well with the only thing, the spotlights might, if you like stare at it for a minute, the spotlights are the only thing that you would start noticing. But the push bar is like blended so well where you won't even notice it. Like you won't even notice that this is actually a vehicle, and that's the like a government vehicle, and that's the purpose of these vehicles, is to enforce traffic laws and to catch people when they least expect it. And yeah, so that's pretty much that. And then so kinda let's question still on some questions on who can drive it and so on. All right, still, so tell us, who can drive this vehicle? Who's allowed to drive this vehicle? So this vehicle is restricted to Sergeant Plus. So that means Sergeant Plus in any division. That means including SWAT, right? Okay. So mainly this vehicle is used for traffic enforcement. So the purpose of this vehicle is basically traffic 101. If you take this vehicle, you're probably going to be stationed all over the county, hiding somewhere and running radar, right? Okay, perfect. Makes sense. But so basically SWAT operatives, that's sergeant and above can use it. Anybody that's sergeant and above can use it, pretty much, right? Okay. Okay. As SWAT usually like goes to regular calls when they're doing non-SWAT duty stuff, right? Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. So if somebody wants to be a part of this traffic enforcement, so is there a division maybe that you don't have to wait until sergeant, or you just have to wait until sergeant before you can get into this vehicle? Like, is there an easier way? Maybe join a traffic division. So yeah, I guess traffic enforcement no longer exists, and now you just have to wait until you're sergeant to finally drive this vehicle. Because I remember the traffic support unit was recently abolished, so now only sergeants can drive this vehicle. That is sad though. Traffic support unit was very helpful, and it basically got this vehicle being used a lot by regular deputies that are in the traffic support unit, but it was recently abolished, and it's gone now. So now to be able to drive this specific vehicle, the ghost car, you have to be a sergeant and above, until maybe the sheriff changes it one day or not. We don't know. but we'll see. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, because I know I did. And if you're feeling like you're being awesome, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't by now, because we have more amazing contents like these that are happening every single day. And this is me and your homeboy still right here signing out. With that, I'm out. Deuces.